So if we want to write the equation of a line and all we're given is a graph, anybody have any thoughts? Sure. So here's the thing. If you know where the y-intercept is, like I do in this graph, it's very clear. I know it's crossing at positive 3. Great. Then the only other thing that I need, I have the y-intercept. What else do I need? Yeah, I just need the slope. So all you have to do is look for another nice, see this right here, I don't know where that's crossing, so I wouldn't pick that point. Is that at 2.5? I don't know, maybe it's 2.6. Don't use that point. Look for another good one. I think, really, here is my next best one. So what's my slope between these 2 points? Slope between those two? Yep. Oh, you're so close. Yeah, -2/5. And then it's just crossing the y-axis, so that's my b value, right, the y-intercept, at a positive 3. So if I just put all these things in slope-intercept form, I'm done. Does that make sense? So all I have to do is find the b, where is it crossing the y-axis, and pop in the slope. Unfortunately, sometimes I won't be able to find, like I may not know where the y-intercept is, because if it doesn't cross perfectly at one of those numbers, I may have to do some work. So we'll try one of those in a minute, but for now, try 82. It crosses very nicely. I know what the y-intercept is. I'm just going to look for another nice point where it crosses at one of those lattice points. So just figure out my slope, my y-intercept, and put the pieces in, and you'll be all set. Okay, you got it? All right, so what's my slope?
Y equals negative x.
It is negative. I'm going down. But how many? Yep, Kaylee. Yeah, it's going to be a -3. Aren't I? I'm going to go, because here's my next good point if I'm going from left to right. Here was another good point over here. As long as you, when you go to count though, your boxes, make sure you're going from left to right. So if you did this one, you're going to start here and figure out how did I get from here to here. You're not going to go backwards. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so you're to get it, and either from this one to this one or this one to this one, doesn't matter. I'm going to go down 3 to the right one. Down 3 to the right one. So my numerator is a -3, my denominator is a 1. You can just write your slope as -3, right? Down 3 over 1. And my y-intercept is, where is this crossing the, at -1. Exactly. So when I put it all together, y equals -3x minus 1. It's helpful to go back and check yourself real quick, because these take just a second. Okay, so pretend I didn't know what the line looked like, and I had to graph this. I would start at -1 on the y-axis, and then I would go down 3 to the right 1. Just check. Does it actually do that? Yeah, it starts at -1, and it goes down 3 over 1. What do you think about that? Did you get it? So let's try... let's see if there's one where maybe it doesn't cross so nicely. They all kind of cross at nice points. I'm going to draw one for you. let's say I had this line. Uh-oh. Say I gave you this line and I asked you the same thing, right? So let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, run into a problem right here because I don't know exactly where the line is crossing the y-axis. Is it at 5.5? Is it at 5.6? I have no idea. I can't venture a guess. It's not crossing perfectly at one of the numbers. So I don't know what my y-intercept is right now. Well, dagnabbit, what are you going to do then? I can still find my slope, can't I? Right? The slope. I don't need the y-intercept to find slope. I'm just going to count the boxes between the dots. So, to get from one dot to the other, what am I doing?
3/2.
Yes, I'm going up 3 to the right 2, up 3 to the right 2. So my slope is going to be 3/2. Is everybody okay with that? Now, how am I going to get, where do I go from here? If I have to write the equation of this line, and I don't know where I know about, but I don't know for a fact where it is. What do I do? Can anyone think what I might do? What do you need to write the equation of a line?
Just give up.
You have more than enough information right in front of you. I don't know where it is, though. I don't know exactly. It's not crossing at a nice point. And I'm not allowed to just guess and be like, meh, close enough. You can't do that. You have a thought?
Could you like set up an equation and like substitute the point?
That's all you got to do. Don't you? To write the equation of a line. Yeah, you could have the slope and the y-intercept. But haven't you done about 10,000 problems where you had a point in the slope? Right? And you just wrote in point slope form. Don't you have 3 nice points. You can pick any one you want. So pick a point and you have the slope. And then just do like you've been doing on all your homeworks. Doesn't matter which point you pick. I don't care. I don't know. I'd probably pick 1/7 just because one's small and they're both positive. Okay? So now I have a point and a slope and you guys know what to do. I'm just going to do y minus 7 equals 3/2 times x minus 1. I didn't even tell you that your final equation had to be in any given form. So if I don't say, you're done. That's it. You don't have to go any further. If I did say it had to be in slope-intercept form, then you know how to change that into slope-intercept? Yeah, just distribute and then add the 7 over. What if I said it had to be in standard form? Do you know what to do? Distribute, clear the fractions, and then move the x and y over. Should we do it? Let's change this one into standard, just because we haven't done one like that. So let me just rewrite this on this paper. So if you're here, and your final answer has to be in standard form, start by distributing. Y minus 7 equals 3/2 x minus 3/2. And then what are you going to do? I should be more clear. Standard form with integral coefficients. How am I going to get those integral coefficients? That means I can't have any fractions. How do I get rid of them? Why, yes, great idea. Multiply everything by 2. Don't you multiply everything by that common denominator? And now all my fractions will magically go away. 2 times y is 2y. 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. Remember what you do here. Divide down, multiply up. That's just 3x minus 3. And if I'm trying to get into standard form, all I have to do is have x and y together on the left, and I want my loose numbers over here on the right. So I'll minus the 3x over. And then I'll add the 14. For me, you can leave your answer like this. If it's multiple choice and you don't see this answer, always check for the opposite of all of them. Because remember, some books require you to have A be positive. I actually don't care either way, but most of them do ask that you clear all the fractions. So there's my equation in standard form if you had to do it out.